to the first page.
Louder.
Okay, so that is obviously not Jesus. That's sort of Caesar Borgia, who was the son of Pope Alexander, and he was the former head of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, Pope.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah. So what he used to do is he used to indulge in all types of wickedness, such as incest, murderers, rape, child molesting, all types of things. You know, homosexuality is another thing as well. And like I'm showing to the brother, right here.
Louder.
Like I'm showing to the brother right here, this is obviously not a true picture of Yahweh Shah of the Bible, you know. Yeah, that's obviously a guy called Caesar Borgia, who was the son of Pope Alexander. I believe was the fifth, and also he was the head of the Roman Catholic Church back in the day. And they used to indulge in all types of wickedness, such as incest, which essentially means sleeping with your own family members. They were homosexuals. They used to involve in rape, child molesting, all types of sexual immorality. So, and that's again, they're trying to portray that as Jesus of the Bible, but that's not Jesus. That's not Jesus of the Bible, or brackets Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And obviously,
Sorry for us,
because you know a lot of things that other people don't know.
Speak a bit louder.
Yeah, and again, obviously, like I'm showing to the brother, these are obviously the true depictions of our people, of the scriptures, you know. They were people of soul, they were people of colour. That's obviously Moses right there, you know, white woolly hair, etc. Obviously, here talking about Samson's locks. Obviously, predominantly black people have locks. And obviously, you see certain white people's locks. It could be there are exceptional circumstances, i.e., there's a case where they normally see like that black ancestry. So, black bloodline, if you will, yeah. So these are the biblical prophets right here. Like what I mentioned to you earlier, right here. In fact, before we get to that, this is whitewashing. This is something that they used to do back in the day.
Why did they do that?
During the race.
A quick precept for that before. It's in Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So when it says he covereth the faces of the judges thereof, that's a primary example right there. The judges are talking about Israelites. We're the judges. I'm talking about judges. We're supposed to be ruling proper kings. Yeah, we're supposed to be ruling planet earth. That's exactly what God's talking about.
Yeah, so obviously, as you know, that's the true depiction of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, and that's the true depiction of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the Jesus of the Bible. Obviously, that's the whitewashing version. Obviously, that's something that was done during the raising experience. You know, when there was a complete U-turn in terms of dominance. You know, that's when that started to increase in numbers, and obviously our people, they started to kill off a lot of our people, and obviously they started to take control with regards to rulership.
I got a question though. If Jacob Israel is black and Hispanic, and Esau, Edomites, are white, how does that make sense if they're twin brothers? If they came in the same room, how can one be white?
Get out of the picture.
Yeah,
You get it?
Yeah, I get the question. What before the brother gets to precept? So that's a good question. What the brother's asking. Also, that's an example of that's an example of physical mutilation. Because if you go to Genesis from Genesis 21 to 25, it talks about Esau and Jacob in Rebecca's womb. Now Esau, it stated that he was red all over like a hairy garment. And obviously that describes a Caucasian person. Obviously Esau and Jacob, as we know, was smooth skin, aka a man of colour. And Jacob being black, Esau being white, that's an example of physical mutilation, which again is a sudden. What that means is when there's a sudden change in genetics, you know. For example, let's just say a so-called black man was to breed or intermingle with a so-called white woman. More often than not, the child will come out mixed race, but there are exceptional circumstances, such as the kid could turn out completely white looking or completely black looking.
Albino.
Yeah. Or even as far as Indian looking, etc. You know, that's an example of physical mutilation, where there's sudden change in genetics, which causes the skin complexion to look slightly different.
In the womb, as they grow older.
So remember, it was way before that. Already had a prophecy as to what was going to come.
So Genesis chapter 25, starting on verse 21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her womb. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So they already had a battle in the womb. So Yahweh decided to put some battle. They were beefing, man. They were beefing. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. So obviously the elders are reference to Esau serving us. And when the days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were 2 twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when she bare them.
60 down to 60.
Yeah. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Yeah, Rebecca loved Jacob because it was like a home guy. Stay at home.
Plus the most I put in Jacob, Rebecca's spirit to love Jacob. Yeah, to love Jacob.
Yeah, she loved Jacob. But Isaac, he favoured Esau, innit?
Not necessarily favoured Esau,
because Esau used to obviously kill the animals, and bring food for the family and for Isaac. So Isaac kind of likes Esau more because they obviously come home, bring him food, eat dinner, and then satisfied.
Absolutely.
But Rebecca, is it Rebecca? Yeah. Rebecca liked obviously Jacob because obviously Jacob would be doing housework, helping her out, and like you said, the Most High probably put a spirit more where she had like more affection and love for Jacob.
What it is that when Rebecca, I want you to read that Genesis 25, start 22, I believe. When Rebecca had a situation where when she was going through pain, she inquired. She inquired. That's why there's a reason why she loved Jacob. There's a reason why, because her role was to put Jacob into his proper place, which today allow us to now get in the kingdom and get our promises. You know, she know that. But what's his name? Is it Isaac? Isaac. He didn't. He was like, okay. When West Africa, men love the young guy that actually go out, get the stuff, the one that's dynamic because he bring you the food. You know, they love that. But prophetically, the mother, in that case, she knew what was up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she knew what was going to happen. She knew the real, you know, the reality of things. You know, she knew what Jacob represented. You know what I mean? And that's what we're about to read.
Fair play, yeah.
Yeah, this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Why am I thus?
And she went to inquire of Yahweh.
Oh, thus is in THUS.
Yeah.
So she went to inquire, she went to a prophet of the Lord.
Why is this happening, man?
Yeah, she went to a seer. Yes. She was like, what's going on? Because that people were very spiritual before.
Yeah.
So that she knew that it meant something. But she wanted to know the meaning of what, you know.
Did she pray or did she just spoke out loud?
No, she went to a prophet.
Oh, prophet.
She went to inquire. There was seer. There's always been seer around us.
Like a prophet.
A seer is someone that knows, you can see. We are seers right now. People don't understand what we understand. They don't know what we know. You know? So carry on.
Verse 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And
Right.
one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So now, you asked earlier, why is Esau the way he is and why is Jacob the way he is? Because they're 2 different people. They were in the same womb, but their purpose is they serve 2 different purposes. You know what I'm saying? And one is stronger, melanin, than the other, lack of melanin. Can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unless...
Because that's why they have recessive genes.
Unless Jacob was like, obviously black, and then obviously Esau's genetics were probably about like maybe altered.
Yes, you can say that.
Like basically.
He represented because if you read, can you go to Leviticus 13?
Because were they identical twins or non-identical?
They're non-identical. They're non-identical.
I heard that.
Let me explain to you something because he said that it was altered.
But they were cool though after when obviously.
When they did what?
They were cool after.
Cool.
Like they made
What are you
peace.
talking about?
Esau wanted to slay Jacob.
Yeah, but after that they obviously they hugged one another and.
Yeah, because Jacob had to compromise. Because
Jacob was a wise guy, man. He knew how to maneuver. He was
that
well, it's not really a deceiver. Just like he was a wise. He knew he was smart. He knew how to. He was a political guy. He knew how to make moves.
He was cunning, basically.
Because he knew that Esau had indignation.
What?
I mean, not indignation, but anger.
Indignation, yeah.
Because the indignation, that's the wrong term. Because indignation means righteous anger. But he's had anger towards Jacob because of blessing.
Yeah, right? Esau. Yeah.
Because
but after they linked up and then obviously they kind of.
What was that part about?
They squashed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's happened.
Hey, what's the Leviticus what about when Moses when Miriam got
That's Numbers 12, I think.
Oh, it's Numbers.
Numbers 12.
Okay, if it's Numbers, bring down Numbers, man.
When she was turned into leprous.
Yeah, I want to explain something
here. That's Numbers 12. Numbers 12 and I think verse 6. Or verse 6.
All right, yeah. Read from 10. So read 10 and 10 to 12.
This is Numbers chapter 12, starting on verse 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And
So to be leprous is to be
Like
albinos. To be an albinos is to be leprous.
a what?
To be an albinos. Albinos, like they say in French. Albino, yeah. That's because that's a lack of melanin.
Yeah, I know.
So Miriam got hit by leprosy because she went against.
When you have like brush.
No, that's what they tell you what it is. Because they want to hide behind the fact that they themselves, they have leprosy.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? They're leprous people, man. So they want to create, they came up with a scheme, oh, that's the leprosy. No, that's the real biblical leprosy is when you don't have, when the melanin is lacking. You understand what I'm saying? Carry on.
And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us.
Lay not the sin upon us, yeah?
Wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Yeah, 12.
Let her not be as one dead.
Let her not be as one dead.
Of whom the flesh is half consumed.
Of whom the flesh was half consumed.
When he cometh out of his mother's womb.
Who is talking about? So that's why he said Isom Aishashwa mean wasted is he. So he was wasted because when you don't have the melanin, you're wasted. You have no power, no spirituality about you. So when Rebecca, inquired, she knew about all of that. You see what I'm saying? That's why she preferred Jacob, because Jacob represented the promise. Jacob was a stronger man.
Now Esau was stronger physically though.
He was carnal.
Yeah.
He's a man of the field, but he's not stronger than us.
Maybe Jacob was spiritually more stronger, maybe.
No, we were stronger physically as well. He says here, read that part again, 23, please. Genesis 25 and 23. Read that part again.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated
and
from
2
thy bowels.
manner of people shall. That means 2 different people. We are not the same. Us and them, we are not the same. Although
we're family, but we're not family. You get it?
Yeah, but we're not the same.
Yeah.
Just take it that way.
We're not battery man.
That's right. We know Batty exactly. That's right. We know Batty boy.
Society and Batty is
That's right.
society.
That's it.
And then mix up everything.
Exactly.
And fuck them woman and woman.
That's it. That's
And
right.
let them stop that practice, them go against God.
That's right.
Them go against God's creation.
That's right.
And in a God's creation, nothing will go so.
Hey, that's better than for you, man.
Right.
Hey, you see, that's the spirit, man.
Having this wolf.
You know what I mean? And the brother is maybe, but he understands our part. Esau is not us. We're not the same family. Just because we come from the same womb, that's how the Most High made it. But we're not the same people. Yeah, carry on.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So he tells you that Jacob will be stronger than Esau. So we're stronger physically and spiritually. It's just that the Most High gave them the power. Read that. Go to Genesis 27 and start 40. He gave them the power to rule over us because that's prophecy. I told you we are a product of what?
Prophecy.
Yeah, carry on.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
So that's the reason why no one can conquer Esau. No one, as far as war, no one can go against Esau
Just
right
like
now.
America and all that.
Because he was blessed by that.
Yeah.
The sword is weapon.
Yeah.
Okay?
Makes sense.
Carry on.
That's his
blessing.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass.
And it shall come to pass, yeah.
When thou shalt have dominion.
When thou shalt have dominion, that's what's going on right now.
Well, for Esau.
Yes, Esau has dominion on us right now because he was prophesied. Read that part again.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy
And
neck.
thou shalt break his yoke. So Esau broke his yoke because we used to rule over them.
What's yoke?
Yokes like spiritual rulership. But we used to rule over them in this country and in Europe in the dark ages, man. In the medieval area, we used to rule, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go to Revelation 20.
But obviously, Genesis. This is what Moses is prophesying, isn't it?
Huh?
Moses is the one that wrote the book of Genesis.
Yeah, with the fifth,
First five books.
the first five books.
Exodus.
Yeah.
Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Numbers.
This is Revelation chapter 20, starting at verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Right, the bottomless pit is Europe.
You think?
Because yes, bottomless pit is Europe, but
I
nothing
thought that was
goes
like a
here.
spiritual dark.
No,
dark place.
bottomless, no. There's no such thing as spiritual dark. The bottomless pit is Europe, man. Go to
Why?
I was saying to you. Go to Second Entrance 5 and 24, I believe. Hold on to that, eh? You see what the spirits have us doing?
Bro, I love it, man. I love it. I love
What does he say?
And all of lands of the whole world.
Read it loudly and slowly so the brother can understand. Pay attention, bro. We say bottomless pit, right? Pit. Read that.
The book of Second Esdras 5, verse 24. And of all lands of the whole world,
Right.
thou hast chosen thee one pit.
Of all land, of all the world, thou art chosen thee one pit. And what is that pit? What is that pit? Israel.
all the lands of the world. I've chosen that pit.
Read that slowly again, and understand. You
And of all lands of the whole world,
right.
thou hast chosen thee one pit.
Out of all the land of this earth, the Most High.
Yeah.
Out of all the land, it is pit. Another word for land is pit. That's the point I'm making.
And of all the flowers thereof one lily.
Right, so lily is the favorite plant of the Most High, and the favorite people of the Most High is who?
Israel.
When you look at the heraldry and the coast of Africa in medieval time period,
Yeah.
the lily.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know about that.
yeah,
The lily.
Yeah.
Because that was Jake.
yeah, that was Jake.
Because they knew who they were, but they wasn't really adhering to their customs.
Yeah, yeah.
The Israelites are people.
Yeah. Oh, the new
The Moors, the Moors,
Yeah.
the Moors.
following the laws and
Yeah, they went to Catholicism, Christianity, Islam, and all that.
okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Out of all the land thou hast chosen the pit.
Right.
So the Most High has chosen
Israel.
out of the whole world.
Yeah.
All other nations.
Yeah, that's his favorite land. Now, read that from the top again, just to prove to you that a pit is a land.
Pit.
Pit. P-I-T.
It's simple, but I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, but that's why I say this truth is not for everyone.
So this is Revelation chapter 20, starting at verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Having the key of the bottomless pit. And that angel, all right, some say that is the Israelite man, basically. We can say that he's Severus Septimus, the first emperors. We can say that he's Yahushua himself. Because a verse has many contexts and many depths. All right? And according to what you're dealing with, you can bring one context, one angle. Okay? But one precept can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Carry on. But in our case, talk about when the Hebrew Israelites took over Europe, because they went there as gladiators, as slaves, and they took over. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, carry on.
And a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon.
And he laid hold on the dragon. Who's the dragon?
Beast. Satan.
Alright, go to Revelation 12.
Well, this is the angel of the Lord.
Because we are angel as well. We are called angel as well.
Well, mortal angels.
Huh?
Mortal angels.
Yes.
I believe that.
We are mortal right now. We mortal gods right now. We are gods, but we die. Like the Psalm 82 and 6 says. Alright, so we're going to show you who is the dragon.
Gods, yeah, mortal gods.
We are gods, but we are children of the Most High.
We're going to show you who is the dragon, man. Are you okay?
We are gods, but we shall not.
It says we are gods, but we are children of the Most High. That's what the verse said 82.
We're chosen of the Most High.
No, we are gods, but we are children of the Most High.
Oh,
That's what
yeah, I
Psalm
believe that.
Yeah.
Children of God, so we got God.
Yeah, we God as well. We go with little G. We're not God with capital G, but we go with little G.
God.
You know what I'm saying? But we're mortals. So let's go quickly to Revelation 12.
What verse?
And I believe 9.
Yeah, this is it. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 9. And
Right.
it reads, and the great dragon
And the
was
great
cast out,
dragon was cast out, yeah.
that old serpent
That old serpent
That's what I thought it was Satan.
called
was
the devil
Called the devil.
Yes.
Carry on.
and Satan,
Yeah.
which deceiveth the whole world.
Right. Who deceived the whole earth? Who nation? This got a serpent in. No serpent on earth. I haven't found a serpent. I haven't found a snake in the jungle who deceived the whole world. Because to deceive the whole world, you have to come with religion, philosophical.
It said the devil, innit?
Yeah, but who's the devil? Who deceived the whole world? Which people did he use to deceive the whole world? Because the word Satan mean what? Adversary. The word devil mean what?
What Satan means the
Deceiver.
Liar, innit?
So
Yeah.
who was used to deceive the whole world? Which nation were used to deceive the whole world?
We just said Esau, innit?
Exactly.
Think about who changed history.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. You got evidence to back it up, innit?
Huh?
You got evidence to because we say Esau, but
we
my brother gave me the evidence
Yeah,
to back it up.
can't,
You get it?
can't.
So
Yeah,
you're thinking critically.
That's
you know?
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So now read about the parties. Though we broke, look at one further than down that, but it's okay. He understood. So let's carry on.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil,
Right.
and Satan.
So our people conquered Esau in the pit, the bottomless pit, which is Europe. The reason why I say that Europe is the bottomless pit because it speaks of who the dragon. Where were they living?
I thought the dragon come from the Far East though, like Asia, China. You know.
Although Esau, yeah, we live around Europe, around Israel, but they found themselves where?
Europe.
In Europe, man. It wasn't for them. That land was for the children of the Japheth, the children of Japheth, right? But they took them down when, what's his name? Alexander the Great. He chased them out of there, and he came, and that's what they ruled. Alexander the Great.
Yeah,
Alexander the Great.
Yeah, the warrior, yeah.
Yes, he took down the children of Japheth. So they were the original inhabitant of Europe.
Japhet.
Japheth.
Is that Israel or is that another tribe?
No, that's another nation. You got
Nation.
Ham, you got Japheth, and you got
like
Sem.
Noah's children, innit?
Yeah.
Jafet,
They don't know what she
Shem.
yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
There's another category of nation
Yeah.
known today as the
Just-
Hawaiian,
Yeah.
some of the, original Australians,
Samoan.
the Fiji, Samoan, those are the children of Japhet. And it's proven, we can prove that. But that's not for now. All right? So yeah, carry on.
About them 1,000 years.
1,000 years, the brother was telling you about how rulership in medieval time, in the Dark Ages, we ruled Europe for 1,000 years. You get me now? We were in chains.
I'm getting there.
Carry
But
on.
the thing is, they're talking about the devil, don't they?
But the devil,
the dragon,
the dragon
the
is
snake.
Esau. In the Bible, the dragon is Esau.
So you don't think obviously you got Satan, obviously the adversary.
Spiritual,
Yeah.
like who's the counterpart of Yahweh Shai?
Counterpart.
Yes.
Christ or
Who is the
Yahweh Shai?
counterpart of Yahweh Shai?
Yahweh Shai, counterpart.
Yeah. Who are the ambassadors of Yahweh Shai
Disciple.
on earth?
Probably us.
The Hebrew Israelite. Who are the ambassadors of spiritual Satan on earth?
I get you. There's a war going on. I see the concept.
Carry on.
Yeah, I see it.
Carry on.
But I think, so you don't think there's a real Satan like,
There is
there.
a demon, a demon called Satan that works, Lucifer or whatever, that works under,
light bearer or something?
that works under Yahweh, but he has a counterpart.
Yeah, but he got kicked out though. Yeah.
No, he
that's
hasn't
another story.
got kicked
He got
out.
cast out of heaven, man.
No, that's the doctrine of the fallen
Yes.
angel.
Yes.
That's the fallen
They
angel
don't
doctrine.
think there's a war in heaven.
No,
innit?
that's a made up doctrine.
No, that's a made up doctrine. That's a made up doctrine.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that afterward. Yeah. Maybe
Next
after.
week.
You're gonna have to do the next week. Don't have to. That's your new thing then. That will be your new thing now. You're gonna have to encourage the brother after we do that session. It's gonna be a session like that, man. So the brother can grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
carry on.
good because he has the spirit.
Yes.
And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up
Yeah.
and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more
Right.
till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And after that he must be loosed a little season.
So he was loose in a 1300, 1400.
Release, basically.
Yeah, during the Renaissance. So then now he came back on power. Carry on, my brother. Talk.
Yeah, because if we're talking about Satan, if it's literally talking about the spiritual demon Satan, right? Satan's always been about. He's not going to just be loose for a little season.
Right.
During the medieval time period when our people was ruling, there was great wickedness going on.
right.
So you don't think the devil's operating? You don't think the devil's operating through people?
Yeah,
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
But in here it says he's going to be cast into the bottomless pit, meaning he's not going to be about.
You said bottomless pit was
Europe.
Israel.
Europe.
Have you said pit?
No. I say when you read 2nd Ezra 5 and 24, the Most High shows you that out of all the pit, he shows one, which is Israel. That was his favorite.
I would have liked.
But the reason why I went to 2nd Ezra 5 and 24 is to show you that the term pit in the Bible mean lands.
Yeah.
So when you say bottomless pit, anybody can say that I don't believe that, bottomless pit is the land. But we're showing you that it's the land, and we're linking it to history on how the European was captives of Jacob in Europe, and furthermore, how they were loose to deceive them. So we ask you now, who deceived the world? Esau. So we're putting the puzzle together for you to understand, when the Bible is read, because the Bible is a literature that you need to be literate to understand the Bible. But you have to be in the midst of men of the Lord to understand that. You can't be outside. For people that are outside, they don't understand that. So we don't have time to explain all of that when we come out. But things like that will make you grow.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So any more questions? Because we're going to close out.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, so Saturday, make sure you come.
What time?
We start at 3 o'clock.
I'll be there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So someone to close out?
Anything, I'll call you in case.
Yes,
Yeah.
come. Close out? Yeah?
So
A quick one, man.
So Israel, as we're closing out, and hope you're edified by today's lesson. Hope it inspires you to, hearken onto the truth, and obviously, hopefully the spirit aligns, and obviously you can take it upon yourself to read the word more, and obviously just understand that this is your heritage, this is your culture, this is your history, etc. So for all that, I want to give we want to face the east and give all praises to the Most High. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakah, Kadash.
Shalom, Israel. Kwam Yisrael.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Peace.
Peace.